Wow. Morning, everybody. You heard that word that he used? Treasurer. You know, big shot companies have treasurers. Small companies have accountants. A lady got up earlier, Miss Ina. Miss Ina, raise your hand. Ina Wang Sang. She over there. She run a distribution business. She buy locally. She buy internationally. She have more trucks than you can count that will roll out every morning at 7 o'clock. True, Miss Ines? And her worry is that when she land her goods at the wharf and them cost it at $135, she have 30 days credit. She don't sell the goods, she don't collect the money. When she have to pay that bill, the dollar gone to 137. And that's the worry. It's called foreign exchange losses. So when the dollar appreciates, you get a lick. When it depreciates, when it appreciates, you bid with gains. So that's how the curve and the fluctuations come into play. And that's where the hedging comes in and the forward buying. You know, I called one of my colleagues yesterday. He's in the flour business. He couldn't speak to me. He was speaking to his trader, his wheat trader, his corn trader. And I think that's what we're talking about, how we can get into that space. Some statistics were quoted earlier, and we have them. And I just want to set a foundation of large, medium, small, and micro. In March and April 2018, 18 forward contracts were done. The average of those contracts were 8.75 million. Now, to put that in perspective, that's 1.138 billion Jamaican dollars. That's the average of the 18 forward contracts. The period that Peter spoke to, September 2018 to June 2019, 84 contracts were done, both buying and selling. The average amount was 5 million US. That's $680 million Jamaican. In June this year, 909 million US dollars was traded in the market. There were 1,180 foreign exchange large transactions over $100,000, which represented 78% of all the money that was traded. So in the September period, 4% of the money traded was done on forwards. Now, you know, Governor Brian Winter, has been speaking and pleading since 2018 for the market to get into forward contracts because he sees the issues with the fluctuating exchange rate. He has indicated that it is a new way for financial institutions to make money. And this would be a business opportunity. But the truth be told, as has been said before by my friend from JPS, I don't even know if them know to figure out how to win or how to lose. That's maybe they can explain them. Take a gamble, Peter, take a gamble. And if you want a history of that, go back and read the articles on the Jamaican oil hedge that was done, 4 years ago? When we hedged at the price to go up, but it never went up. I'm sure the decision at the time was taken intelligently. They got information from Bear Stearns and all these big shot millionaires in New York where the oil price was going, and it didn't. And that's in fact what Constant was speaking about earlier. And the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce tracks business and consumer confidence survey for the last 18 years. And the Bank of Jamaica speaks from a position of knowledge because they buy into that survey. So any of you financial institutions, you people who may be a little wayward and not understanding all the details, check with the President Lloyd Distance and he can sign you up. But we have found that in times that the rate is going up and there's a little nervousness in the market, the importance of our foreign exchange, both the price, the availability, and everything it raises. In fact, recently, it was close to crime as the most important, one of the most important things that our businesses were concerned about. And although we are experiencing unprecedented business and consumer confidence, there are challenges out there. Now remember those numbers I quoted before about the 600 million per transaction? In Jamaica, you know, the MSME, the minister made a fantastic announcement yesterday at the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce procurement seminar that he's going to be allocating a certain amount of the procurement of Jamaican businesses, you know, for government. A micro business is $15 million or less in sales. A small is $75 million or less. A medium is, a small is 75. A medium is, whatever it is. And a large is 425, a typo. The point being that it's the $608 million is bigger than a large. So the smaller people are not participating in this area. So the question is, how do we communicate this? A little earlier, we're speaking about the inflation targeting, Trenchtown Rock. And I'll share with you, because the whole question, you know, of the Bank of Jamaica team, the governor, concerned about his communication techniques. And I remember the day distinctly when Governor Winter said, Jesus, you know, people read more cartoons than they read the ads. You remember, Senior Deputy Governor? And he charged this team to go out and find a better communication way. And they came up with that hit me with music thing that was aptly described. And I noticed that the Jamaica's Bankers Association, you know, a key player was to be moderator, but we have the new president here, I believe. So give him a round of applause. And I hope he's logged on to the video that was done. Because I wanted us read a summarized version of the video that the co-chair of EPOC, the Jamaica Bankers Association, and the PSOJ came up with. Hey, Jamaica, are you listening? Turn your sound on and your volume up. We're going to change the way small businesses operate in Jamaica. We're going to make it easier to make business. For too long, it has been too hard. This is why it is a team effort. Hello, everybody. My name was David Newell, the president of Scotiabank and the president of the Jamaica's Bankers Association. On behalf of all banks in Jamaica, we are ready to take on the challenge of changing our mindset so that we can be more focused and invested in the growth and success of small, medium-sized businesses in Jamaica. The Jamaican economy is stronger than it has been in decades. We see the small and medium-sized enterprises of critical to the success of the Jamaican economy. We are signing on to change the ecosystem. And then co-chair Keith Duncan came on. He's a co-chair of EPOC, VP of PSOJ, and group CEO of the Love Company, JMMB. And Keith said, in collaboration with the PSOJ, EPOC, and the banks, and all stakeholders, has decided to facilitate growth of Jamaica through greater participation and getting them access to the funds needed. No more talking, as we say in Jamaica, action, not a bag of mouth. So I stand here today to call on you, sir, to mobilize your members, to really put in place these forward contracts. Because the truth is, we have been talking about it for decades and nothing has been done. So I appreciate this seminar. I appreciate this conference because we have to get it done. And it must be true because it was in the video. We want action, not a bag of mouth. Now, I've had the privilege of sitting on the Bank of Jamaica Foreign Exchange Committee for the last 2.5 years. And I've heard Governor Winter say over and over again, many, many times, him want forward contracts. Bankers go into it, go into it, go into it. It will help everybody. It will level the playing field. And up to now, it has been a big man's game. So, Governor Winter, he turns over the reins of the bank on August 16th. So that would be a good deadline to put in place for the Jamaica Bankers Association and all the banks to come up, to give him a going-away present, and to give Richard a nice entry into a more stabilized market. Because when I look on your websites, the speaker, my friend down there had said earlier, I see credit card loans, car loans, mortgage loans, personal lines of credit, business credit, but no forward market on the websites. Nothing to educate people. We don't have no treasurer. We have an accountant. Right? We're not big like these massive companies. So I'm challenging you. 3 weeks to let's get it going. Let's start the forward contracts and give Brian a going away present and give Richard an entry present. It has certainly been a pleasure for me to be here. It has been a pleasure to sit on the committee. And I know on behalf of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, I would just like to thank everybody, and particularly Governor Winter, to thank him publicly for his splendid service as governor of this institution. Thank you.